Hello and welcome, fellow mystic, child of creation, devotee of the Most High Mother, Father, God, steward of heaven on earth, seed of the stars. We've got that solstice sun shining down today here in the UK, and it is bloody glorious. And in true solar fashion, the message loud and clear in my heart, coming through my heart, wanting to be spoken into this space is this. Your mission is to live as ecstatic bliss embodied. That's your task. If you're looking for something to do, if you're looking for a soul purpose, if you are trying to find a way in which to orientate your energy in this confusing, tumultuous time on earth, that's what the divine wishes for you and of you. That is your highest act of service. To live and breathe and embody and express as the ecstatic bliss of God. Now I know. We've been through it. Many of us on earth are going through it. It feels like we haven't even got started. And yet, we haven't been doing all of this alchemy, moving through this immense deconditioning process and awakening for nothing. Because I know, like myself, you also have touched and tasted, perhaps in glimmers, perhaps in fleeting moments, perhaps with more longevity, a luminosity, a light, a radiance, a joy, an ecstasy, a rapture, a love that is unfathomable, that has been sitting underneath all of these other layers that you've been identified with. That light, that love, that radiance, that bliss, that rapture, that's your true nature. That's your true nature in union with God. The divine is now asking you to stop compartmentalizing that truth of who you are and to devote every single moment of every single day to allowing that level of luminosity and light to occupy you, to shine through you, to be what you emanate, to be where you express from, to be how you orientate your consciousness, to be asking regularly with consistency, how can I move, live, breathe, experience more joy today? How can I create from a space of more play, fun, presence, abundance? There's a lightness to this consciousness. Can you feel it? It's bouncy. God keeps showing me the feather. Got this tattooed on my wrist when I was 18. The moment I turned 18, I had a thing about piercings. I had piercing on my hand, piercing in my nose, all over my ears. And my mum said, no more piercings, Natasha. But she didn't say anything about tattoos. So the moment I turned 18, I went to the tattoo parlor and I said, I want a feather. Put a feather on my wrist. I didn't know why. It only occurred to me why a few days ago. And that is because this is on my right wrist. This is the right side of the body, is the yang, masculine aspect of our consciousness expressed in our somatic experience. The masculine consciousness, which we all contain, that polarity within us, but the masculine consciousness on earth has been held and contained within patterns of rigidity and has been expressing within its shadow and its lower expression of control and oppression and dominance. We know this, it's not news. And the reason why God is asking us to let the ecstatic nature of our being shine now is because it is the antidote and the medicine to this very, very rigid, heavy, oppressive energy that has been really overcoming the masculine consciousness, which has been the most predominant consciousness on the planet. And it's been heavy because it's been untempered by the feminine. And so now we are being called to draw upon the true medicine of Shakti, the true medicine of the goddess, the true medicine of the mother, and to bring pleasure and bliss and rapture back into the picture, to actually allow the hierogamic marriage and weaving to come back to wholeness again, not one without the other, not one over the other, but both tempered in marriage together. So this feather on my wrist was a coding for me and my counterpart, because lightness is needed within the masculine architecture now to raise us out of this Babylonian prison planet consciousness that we've been living within. We often feel, as angelic starseeds, earth angels, highly sensitive individuals, we feel that we have some mission, some purpose here on earth, do we not? We feel that we've come here for a reason. And we're looking for a job description. We're looking for someone to hand us a profile or a job title. We are searching, what's my purpose? We type that into Google. We're looking for a 3-step process. This is the mind. The soul knows that purpose doesn't come in the form of a job, a role, another identity. It's the shedding of all of that and the embodiment of the truth of who you are, which is the radiance and the light of God. And so you serve the whole and your own soul. You complete the mission, if that's language that appeals to you. When you vibrate as you truly are, as a free being, the masculine architecture within us, each as individuals, which has been feeling incredibly rigid, heavy, weighed down by programming that doesn't serve anyone, which is anti-human, anti-sentient life, the masculine consciousness now needs to become, it needs to be nourished by the Amrita waters of the feminine within all of us. And that is done through play, through pleasure, through joy, through creation. The masculine is naturally designed as a structural polarity. So the masculine is structural by its nature, but that structure is designed to work in tandem with the flow of the feminine, so that there's fluidity and malleability when it's needed. If it's not tempered, it becomes oppressive, which it has. This is patriarchy. The way in which we free ourselves and this planet from that paradigm, which is destroying life, is by allowing ourselves to come into our innate states of wholeness. So that's a lot of words. My invitation for you today, the invitation from the divine through me, to me, for you, is that we all ask ourselves, what would truly light me up in this moment? What would bring me so much pleasure, so much joy? What would feel so playful, so uplifting, so inspiring to express, to create, to embody as, to do? Ask yourself that daily, perhaps multiple times a day, and let yourself experience the gift of being in that frequency. For me, the doorway into that is dance. And I am actually on the brink of starting an ecstatic dance and DJ training through an incredible practitioner here in the UK, an amazing opportunity. And I know that this is what the divine wants me to do. When I went to the south of France on pilgrimage last year, gosh, that feels like a decade ago, I heard from the goddess very clearly, I need you to be in states of joy. Your gift to the world is your light. So be the joy that you are, be the love that you are, radiate love, radiate hope, radiate upliftment, radiate empowerment, support others to experience that too, to remember that that's their nature too. We don't help this world by being caught in victim suffering stories and then projecting that out into the world. We just repeat the cycles that we're trying to break. This isn't to deny genuine victimization. It's not to deny the suffering that we have endured, but it's to also not let that dictate our true nature and state of consciousness moving forwards. So that's your task. That's your imperative. Be a fucking joyous, luminous, radiant being. Be that which you already are. Give yourself permission. Know that that is what is being asked of you. Isn't that a cool assignment? It's not, you know, the masculine consciousness is right now, there is a tremendous pressure, this sense of duty, responsibility, a heaviness that's coming with that. What's needed now is that we shift our perspective as spiritually awake beings on earth away from the sense that the duty we hold is heavy. God, Goddess is in charge of this orchestration. We don't need to hold as individuals the field. We don't need to have it all figured out. We just need to play our part. And our part is coming into coherence and union with our true nature and then blasting that light into the world. Whenever you meet a person that's radiant in their energy and they're light and they're uplifted and they're optimistic, doesn't that fill you with a light yourself? Doesn't that inspire something beautiful within you, compared to if you meet someone that's pessimistic, moaning, judging? You feel it in their energy. It's like a rain cloud, right? It just pisses all over your experience. So this is what we're being asked to remember, the energetics. This is not about bypassing the earth's suffering. It's about remembering the energetics governing who we are and what we do. So let this be your guiding principle. Let this be your North Star. Ecstasy, bliss, rapture. What does that mean to you? When have you felt those experiences before? What gets you into those states? Can you do those things regularly? Can you make it your life's work to live in that way? What would that mean for you? For me, it means becoming an ecstatic dance facilitator and DJ and blasting these somatically enlivening, enriching experiences into the field. Mass groups where we are moving and dancing and smiling and playing and crying together. That's what I envision. That's what lights me up. Hearts opening together, coming into communion together in authenticity and truth and intimacy and love. That's what lights me up. So that's what I'm going to fucking do. What's your true north? What is your opening for ecstasy? For me, it's sex, sexual energy. You know, this is another thing that's been denied within religion, within spiritual streams, within the spiritual community. This defamation and shaming of our sexual energy, which is our Shakti, Eros, creative principle. If we shut down sexual energy, we shut down creation, we shut down the feminine. And for me, it's a recognition, like, I'm full of fucking Eros. If I'm unspiritual for being full of Eros, then that's not a spiritual community paradigm, bandwidth that I want anything to do with. I don't want anything to do with that frequency, because I know the truth of union in my body and it's fucking full of juice. So find what lights you up, do it daily, embody it, express it. Don't be afraid to do it. Don't worry if people judge you and say you're bypassing, you're missing the point, you should be doing that. Fuck their obligatory judgments. Fuck everyone else's opinions. Listen to your heart. Listen to God. Keep your eyes on the light. Hold steady and firm. We're here for heaven on earth. Feel that frequency within you. And then live it. So much love, gratitude, many blessings upon your field on this special day of the solstice, and I'll see you again soon.